Happy Monday, Ghosties.
Woo!
Yeah, we're in the Christmas spirit here today, Jake.
Yes, we are. We're wearing our red and our green.
Yes, dude. So festive in here.
You think our outfits are cool? Look at Timon.
Look at T. Whoa. Calm down.
New camera.
Is that a Hallmark card over there, or just you happy to see me? I don't know. I have been getting in the Christmas spirit, specifically trying to listen to Christmas music. And Hattie's favorite Christmas song is "Mary, Did You Know?" I don't know why.
Maria? Or just the Mary version?
Maybe. Hey, I don't know if she's heard that one, but Mary, nice. Did You Know? And so, I drove to McLean's the other day. It's like a 3-minute drive. And so it was already playing in my car. I was like, yeah, I'll let this play. And there's a part in it where the guy's like, "Oh, Mary, did you know?" And so, yeah, drive to McLean's, get out of my truck. And I'm a weird person by myself sometimes. Weird person all the time. But as I'm getting out of my truck, I sing that part. I just, like pretty much the same volume as that. Just like maybe a little bit lower.
In the parking lot, essentially?
In the parking lot, essentially. I'm talking like probably a 6 out of 10 volume. Like just like a, "Oh, Mary, did you know?"
This is already funny. I don't know where the story's going.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
I mean, and as I pull, so I do that as I'm opening my door, get out, and I look, and face to face with me is somebody waiting to get in their car next to me. And I just go, "How you doing?" Just kept walking. Oh, it was awkward.
They say anything or?
No, I mean, but it was like they definitely heard.
That's funny. It would be great, almost like in The Office, if she's like, "I'm Mary." Like, when they're walking by, like, "I'm Pam." "Oh, no, you're the right. Get out of here, Pam. Get out of here. You're not the right Pam.
You're not my Mary."
Yeah.
Somebody else's.
"Mary, did you know?"
Yeah, just "Oh, Mary, did you know?" Hey, how you doing? Lovely weather we're having, huh? Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast. So we're in the Christmas mood here, Ghostrunners.
Christmas mood. Mm-hmm. This is great. It's Monday, December 23rd.
Happy December 23rd.
Happy December 23rd.
Christmas Eve.
It is. We recorded the podcast last Thursday morning, and by last Thursday night, I was already ready to record a new podcast. So much happened to me last Thursday. Please. As soon as we got done. May I begin?
Floor's yours. Floor's yours?
Time's yours.
Yeah. And the floor.
When you're a coach, that would be something you could say.
Floor's yours.
Floor's yours.
Yeah.
LaFleur is yours. Matt LaFleur is yours.
Matt LaFleur is yours. Hey, Packers fans, LaFleur is yours.
So we get done recording here. Me and old Christmas card over here go to Chick-fil-A. Normally I would go get food for Timon. Let him keep working,
Sure.
Time is money.
Yep.
We're paying him.
That's right.
Might keep those fingers moving.
That's right. Good boy.
But good boy. But I was like, hey, we're doing this Friday pickleball, 12 days of Christmas thing. Timon, do you mind recording me? Which I'm sure you guys saw it. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But Timon's in the shotgun seat, and I'm going to give away a paddle. And I was like, I think Chick-fil-A drive-thru would be a great way to start this off. I've had great experiences in the past when I've done drive-thru shenanigans at Chick-fil-A. They're always so friendly there. And
right.
Yeah, this woman handed me my food and was like, here you go. I was like, thank you so much. Also, hey, do you play pickleball? She said, who? I was like, that's not it. That's not good.
What?
This is not going to go great. I said, pickleball. What? The sport with the ball and everything? I said, the sport with the ball and everything.
The one sport that has a ball?
Yeah, I just was like showing it to her. I panicked a bit. And
you had the paddle in your hand, like,
yeah, it's like the sport, And it was like I was holding a knife at her, and she's backed away. She's like, "Have a good day."
Listen, we don't carry anything above 50s, okay? Take what you want.
Yeah, like I think I handled it so like perfect in the moment. And I look back at the video, and I was like, I did say everybody down to start it. That could have been it.
Everybody down for a new pickleball? the sport with the ball.
Everybody freeze! I have an exciting announcement.
Right.
I can't show you, but I have something under here that you're gonna freak out about it. Kind of what is that?
gosh.
Is that Tommy Boy? I think it's Tommy Boy. I always get that in Black Sheep mixed up, but
Tommy Boy, yeah.
I think it says everybody down, everybody
Yeah.
freeze, and they all just drop to the ground and throw them their guns. He's like,
Right.
Anyway, so that didn't go well. It was kind of a funny video though. Hot start to the.
So did she take it?
No, she truly backed away. She's like, no, thank you. I was like, you don't want to give it to anyone? And she was like already turned around. So then
Did you just throw it in there anyway, like a grenade?
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that awful trend, but where they would people would throw milkshakes back at the McDonald's workers. You seen that?
Yeah. I have seen that one from 6 years ago.
Eggnogged her.
Yeah.
Friday-ater.
You nogged her.
No, I just drove away with the paddle. So it was kind of funny. But
great.
anyway, so me and the Friday guys, we're going to split this up. Like I'll do every third day. Scott and Isaac the same. Well, then 10 minutes later, we're back at the house. Timon and I just eating. Get a knock at the door. And it's, I see the truck outside. He's like a roofer.
Oh, I saw the sign in your yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. Day 4. Let's knock that out too.
Okay.
And so I knocked day 4 out. David, the roofer, he did a great job on camera.
Okay.
He was awesome. Because I told him, I was like, hey, I want to do, is it cool? I'll trade you. Like, you can inspect my roof if I can give you these paddles. He's like, let's do it. And so I was like, hey, I'm Jake. I'm David. He's like, how did he say it? I was like, do you want these 4 free pickleball paddles? He's like, yes. Can I inspect your roof? And I was like, yeah, go for it.
I'll try you just singles for the pickles. Like, yeah, of course he's doing a service for you and you're giving
And
him.
he gets something for free.
Yeah.
So it was a great day for David.
That's awesome.
We'll come back to him. But later that day, then I go and meet with, I think we talked about this on the podcast, but Will Severance introduced me to a business coach.
Yes.
At their book launch. Met with him. I didn't really know what to expect out of this, but met with Jeremy down at Pilgrim Coffee. And Jeremy, I don't know if he has much social media because he only knew me from LinkedIn.
Okay.
And so my LinkedIn was last updated in 2014 and it says, or 2016, maybe it says videographer.
Oh, yeah.
And so Jeremy thought he was meeting with a videographer.
Okay.
So it was great under promise, over deliver.
Sure.
He was shocked at how much I had going on for a videographer.
You're like, wow. Yeah. And you press record on all those things too? Or yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, that's cool that you were still willing to meet with me if
Yeah.
you thought I was just like a freelance videographer. That's
Yeah.
nice of you. But anyway, it was great. Good meeting. I leave there and I get in my car and then I realize I should really have to go to the bathroom. I don't know if I can make it 25 minutes home.
Okay.
I'm going to go back in. Normally I don't do that, but I was just in there and I bought something. I think I've earned the right to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
I would not have given it second
I
thought.
wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
even think that way.
Yeah.
I'd go to a McDonald's and go in right
yeah.
right now. I'd go
Without
anywhere.
buying something?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Anywhere. White House. I wouldn't even buy anything from the souvenir
Oh, no
shop.
way. No way. Yeah. I think I would be willing. Yeah. Anywhere.
Yeah, any old gas station, especially. Like that's
Without buying something?
Oh,
yeah.
gas station especially.
especially a gas
Wow.
station. That's just a bathroom with like some things you can also buy if you want.
It's primarily a bathroom
It's
business.
a convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So my dad raised me differently, I guess. Like if you're going to use their
Yeah.
facilities, you
Yeah.
got to support them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, all right, I'll go back in. And I feel like there's a tipping point between, not between, but like you're waiting for a bathroom to open up. So the men's room was like locked. And at a certain point for me anyway, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Once you waited a certain amount, it's like, I don't want to go in there after them.
Fair.
What would you say your time is?
Whew. I think anytime you know what's happening in there and it's not number one, it's almost too late for me.
Like
I mean,
beyond 5 minutes, basically.
well, there's like an XY curve for this because it's like, how bad do I have to go? And,
Exactly.
You know, because I would realistically 4 minutes of me waiting because I don't know how long they've been in there before I'm waiting.
Yeah, even if you give benefit of the doubt, like maybe
Yeah.
they just got in there and they're really washing their hands. Still, I can't see it though.
Yes, I think 4 minutes. 4 minutes is plenty of time for me to be like, I don't have to go that bad, or whatever. I can find somewhere else.
Yeah. I was rocking a hard place because I did really have to go. So I was like, I need this to work out. But the longer you wait, the worse it gets for everything. The worse I have to go, and the worse it's going to be for me later.
Yeah. Well, let's take this into consideration. It's 2024.
Oh, you're thinking sink?
Yeah.
You thinking where the baristas work?
Yeah, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking. How much is it really they're struggling in the bathroom versus how much time are they just wasting on the throne?
I would like to think they're scrolling.
I think so too. And then therefore it's like, what's the big deal? Maybe they've already cursey flushed. It's not even going to smell anything. So, because we're talking that's what we're talking about. Like, we don't want to go in after this person's been laboring in this bathroom.
Yes,
correct.
Laboring.
Yeah.
So eventually, I would guess I got to 6 or 7 minutes.
Wow.
Like a little past where I would normally go. And I was like, I don't want to go in there. I will figure it out.
Yep.
And
your principals are like, I can't just go to Quick Trip right now. You know?
No, and there were not that many things nearby.
Right. I will say, like, going to a very low attended establishment, like I think next to Pilgrim Coffee, there's like a bar and grill.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there at 3:00 in the afternoon and just use their bathroom, that feels wrong to me for some reason. Timon?
I'm with you on that.
You feel that?
It has to be like more of a
People are in and out.
The vibe, you have to go by vibes, I feel like.
Yeah. They wouldn't even know if you're there or not.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. So where Pilgrim is at, there's not a lot of bathroom friendly type restaurants there, like you're saying. Manchu Walk at 4 p.m.
Yes, that 100. I agree with you on that. Yeah, 100%.
Actually, I should say the meeting was at 4. We got done by 5. Night was starting to fall.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay.
I'm proud to announce I did my first public urination last Thursday evening. I just couldn't take it.
Bo would be so proud.
And I was unwilling to go into Taco John's or whatever
amazing.
else was
Yeah,
nearby
yeah.
there. I was like, well,
Where?
They're building a new storage mart. I'll tell you that. So here in a couple months, there'll be a storage mart on Google Maps, and I got
climate
to know
control.
that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really nearby there, but no, just a vacant parking lot
Okay. Oh, yeah.
under the darkness of night.
I'm not saying that there's not more evidence one way or the other on this, but I am confident that it is better to be a man than a woman squarely because we can do that
That was
so
nice.
easily
Because even
and somewhat inconspicuously.
I was even thinking, like, if I was a woman around pretty windy night,
Pretty windy night.
as guys, we're able to account for this.
Yep.
You start one way, whoa, kind of windy.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm peeing downwind. Girl, what you back bend?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's like you're on like one of those like bouncy balls. Like you're just like boing, boing, boing. You can't. Whoops. Oh gosh, yeah. Southwest tonight.
Yeah, I don't know how it's just a mess.
Wow.
So anyway, it felt good. It was really cold, but it felt really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, publicly urinated
That's amazing. I mean,
in the city.
oh yeah, Bo, so many times, dude. It's just. I had a time recently. I've been trying to drink more water. I've been taking creatine. Haven't done it in a while, but I've been taking creatine, which is like the one side effect of creatine is kidney stones. Big side effect.
Oh man.
But I think that's because you don't drink enough water and it like retains water in your muscles or whatever it is. So you need more water. And so I've been trying to drink like 1.5 gallons of water every day when I'm doing creatine.
Oh, you should be fine on stones.
I think so too, but I don't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
And so normally I would try to drink like 0.5 gallon, like first thing in the morning, like 2 32-ounce Yetis basically. And there was one time where I was, in like downtown, West Bottoms area. I was like doing some furniture work down there recently and, I went to 3 different, two gas stations and then one like Mexican restaurant. And none of them had bathrooms that worked.
No bueno, no baño.
One of them was like, sorry, our bathroom's out. Go to the Mexican restaurant. Mexican restaurant was closed. And so I
It's
found
a
an alley.
Topeka toothpaste situation.
Yeah. It was
Go down
like-
to the smoke shop. They have toothpaste.
and it was eventually, it was like I was like, I'm about to go.
Yeah, it kinda hurts.
Like I literally like barely could turn the steering wheel to like go into this alley and like shoved it in park, like ran over there.
And you just went in the alleyway. Mm-hmm. West Bottoms does have a lot of nooks and crannies, but I feel like
100%.
someone could walk up on you at any point.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm like, I don't care at that point.
Yeah.
It's either somebody walking up on me. I tried
Papa's
to like
got a pee-pee.
shield with the truck.
Yep.
Like, is that what you did?
Yep. Shield with car.
Yeah. And then just went for it. But,
Yep.
and Bo, he never has to go until he absolutely has to go.
There's no warning.
So we're driving and he's like, I have to go right now. And so it's always just like, all right. And luckily for a 4-year-old, it's not a big deal to just be like, hey, sorry, this guy's got to go.
I didn't know. I don't know.
It's kind of cute.
Whose
It's like,
kid?
It's not as cute when we do it.
Yeah, you're like, look at those little butt cheeks. That's kind of
Yeah,
cute.
he pulls it all the way down to the ankles.
Yeah.
If we do that, we're sex offenders. But anyway, that's great.
Did that, and then night wasn't over. Also, somewhat birthday party, somewhat going away party for Gabe and Maddie Oliver at Top Golf. So me and Rachel went. Celia was there. Cole and Talia Ford were there.
It's a ghosty reunion.
Yeah, Ghost Reunion. You were almost there.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Had a good time. Dude, they've renovated the machines at Top Golf. I haven't been in like a year.
Oh, yeah.
We have new interfaces, new games.
They have a screen on there now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Nice. New mechanism to get the ball out. It was nice.
New ball mechanism.
But while there, I learned that Celia is a massive Survivor fan.
Okay.
The only other people I know massive Survivor fans are my parents.
Oh.
And so quickly I became the middleman between the two of them. I would take a video of Celia and send it to my parents. My parents would send a video back to me and I would like text it to Celia the next morning. And anyway, my dad called me Friday morning. It's like, I just want to say thank you for my new best friend. He said, me and Celia have been messaging on something. Trish, what have we been messaging? He don't even know what website he's on, but he knows that him and Celia are really bonding. They really needed each other, I think. I think they've both been watching Survivor without any extra outsider input, and they've really bonded, and they're BFFs now.
It feels like people that are into Survivor are like
They really like it.
Like sometimes it's like, I didn't even know that show was still on. And these people are like live tweeting the whole thing. And I'm like,
Jeff Probst is still there, raising the arms, tribe has spoken.
what does that mean? I don't even know. I've never watched it.
Oh, it's just something I like poking fun at. Every time the game starts, instead of just like, go, it's always like one arm down, one arm up. Survivors, again.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just this every time I've ever seen it. I used to watch it back in high school, but same guy, still there as like the host.
Yeah, he's got
Good
a
for
meal
him.
ticket. That'd be a great job, right?
I would think so.
Does he have to like slum it with them though? Surely not. He's got like a tent.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Where does Jeff Probst sleep?
It's
Children's
like-
book.
yeah. It's like, do people ever try to steal stuff from his tent?
Yeah. Is it like reachable, approachable? That's interesting. Anyway, just
What a
a lot
night.
of stuff happened Thursday. It was great.
That's fun. Our Thursday was eventful as well, I believe. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday, but it was not a fun eventful. Catherine, I don't remember what like motivated her to think this, but we got checked for mold in our house, and we got some.
I called an old guy yesterday.
we got guys for you if you need them.
That'd be great. They won't call me back, so I'll
Okay.
take your mold guy.
It was almost like they were too available though, to where I was like, oh yeah, we can come tomorrow. Oh yeah, and then if like once it gets tested and stuff, like yeah, the next guy can come and give you an estimate like that day probably. And I'm like, how are we getting taken
This could
around?
be great though, because I'm going to Iowa probably tomorrow afternoon.
What
I'll
made you
call him
think-
today.
What motivated you? You see some?
Saw some.
Okay.
Also, this goes back to. We'll put a bookmark in it.
Okay. Gotcha.
This has to deal with another story for later.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Basically, it's expensive to get tested. It's expensive to get it fixed. It's just expensive altogether.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How bad is mold? I'm going to Google real quick.
Well, that's the
How
thing,
bad
dude.
is
That's
mold?
the thing, dude. Like they gave me this test back, and like it was constant. I mean, people are gonna respond and be like, "Brad, you're an idiot for saying any of this," probably. But it was like the test came back, and it was like very concentrated to our basement. Like the rest of our house is pretty much fine. Like they had like maybe a trace of it upstairs, but maybe that's coming from the basement or something. And it's like, it's not mold that's going to, like the type that they found in our basement was not going to kill us or anything, like, not like lethal. It's just like, but you could get sick because of that mold more. Like you could get colds or whatever.
Did
more
they
often.
mention airborne spores?
Oh yeah. Okay. So
That's the crux.
The solution they said was like, we're going to have to take down your ceiling, like that, like paneling ceiling that we have in our basement.
What?
Yeah. Like take that, cause they think the mold's up there. And then also we're going to have to take out your carpet and clean all
This
that.
is why it's expensive. Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
Life lesson, anyone out there, never finish your basement. That sounds awful.
Fair. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, especially in an old house. It's like, I don't know. And so I'm like, okay, well, if it's going to cost that much for all this labor to take it out, can I just do that myself? And they're like, well, no, the spores might move around.
Oh, they're talking
and that's
spores.
when I'm like, am I getting taken for a ride here? Or is this real? Like, yeah, all the spores and stuff. because they're not even sure. They weren't even positive it was in the ceiling. They're like, that's just our best guess. And so we're going to do that. And then we can retest. And if it's good, then it's good. If not, we're going to have to do more stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Luckily, they're two different companies. The testing people, that'd be a conflict of interest, I think, if the testing people and the remediation people are the same. But
that's good at least.
So anyway, that meant that Saturday, like all day Saturday, we took everything out of our basement. Like everything, they were like, you can leave the bed and the couch down there, but everything else you need to move out. And so on one level, it was like kind of therapeutic because I'm like, we're not putting all this stuff back in our basement.
We're going to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah. On the other level, it was like, hey, my back's kind of been bothering me recently. It's definitely bothering me now. Yeah. But luckily, Catherine, she did great at like rallying Bo and Hattie to help, and they did a good job. They never like, I feel like they had a good attitude almost the whole time. So like Catherine, sometimes I just get frustrated with her. And this is one of those times where it's like, I'm going to burn these things and you would never know the difference. Catherine's mom and dad generously donated us, probably from 1993, a set of encyclopedias.
Oh, you gotta keep those.
Dude. And so, of course, like it was annoying getting them back from Texas to Kansas and then like bringing them all downstairs and like these massive books. And then I'm like, Catherine, we gotta throw these away. And she's like, no, we can't. I'm like, they have something called Wikipedia. That's the whole point of this thing. And she's like, but what if they have false information on there? Like this, and I'm like, who knows if this is true information on this?
Also, I don't know if the validity of the information should even be part of the argument. It should just be.
Also, yeah, new information comes about. Also, we haven't used these things in 2 years.
I think that's
and so Bo's job was like to take every single encyclopedia,
read it, memorize it. Now we can throw it away.
Figure it out. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not advocating for burning books, but if I were, it'd be those encyclopedias.
Dude, I did a book burning back in the day. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast. Also, before I get to that, for the record, I do love your basement. A lot of good memories down there.
Great memories.
I'm glad you finished your basement.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I hear about, or just knowing how much trouble we have with our own basement, I'm like, I would never finish an old basement.
Right. I think it's more just, it's like, hey, whatever you're doing down there, don't become married to it. Like you can finish however you want, but don't spend the nice money on the, get the nice carpet.
Yeah. So. Or just prepared to be stressed out by it later, I guess.
Disappointed. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so I had that book business back in the day. Maybe I have talked about this in a podcast. And anyway, there are certain books that were just, we'll say bad for business because they were SBU specific books. So you couldn't resell them online if you didn't sell them back to a student. Right. So we didn't really like buying them back. Well, we had a bunch of these books, and not only is it SBU specific, but SBU then changed the book and changed the class. So it's like they really have no value.
Planned obsolescence, basically.
Yes. So it's like we can't do anything with them. We tried to donate them to the library. The library wouldn't accept them. We tried to do something else, and that didn't work. We're like,
what a racket.
We just have all these books. And anyway, it was a pretty popular thing in Bolivar to like go do bonfires out by the bridge and stuff like that. Yeah. And so we just took the books there one night and had just a good old, it was called like phys fit, something weird class like that.
Okay.
And we burned 120 books that night.
I bet they went up quick.
Oh yeah. It's a great fire.
Yeah.
And we didn't really think that much of it just because we knew the due diligence that we did to try and not come to this. But anyway, caused a bit of a fit once word got around. People did not like that. Yeah.
Which kind of people? Like the faculty?
Libs. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why they're called liberals, is because of books, like library.
Oh, I thought it was lits, like literature.
Lids, yeah.
Lids. No, I just remember a couple people who were into reading getting upset about it.
Great, then read that book or buy it.
We tried to sell it. No one wanted it then. We tried.
That is funny.
Anyways, Anderson and I did a good book burning back in the day. I should text him, see if he remembers that.
Dude, you remember we book burned?
Remember when they got pretty upset that we burned all those books? Yeah.
You should have just taken a stand towards what they were teaching in those books, and then it would have been totally valid.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was fun.
Wow. Yeah, anyway, so we got mold. Hopefully it's going to get better, because like that's where Hattie spends every single afternoon, quiet time. And so every night, recently we've been doing popcorn prayers at our table because all the kids want to pray. And so Rosie always prays for her little, she calls it her chickie, but like her blanket. It's got a hole in it. And so she'll just be like, dear God, baby, chickie hole. popcorn, Hattie. But Hattie's prayer every single night is, please help the mold go away.
Wow. Please help the mold go away.
Please help the mold guys do a good job and get all the mold out.
That's great.
So
Hattie's really becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Also, what is Rosie praying for? Is she wanting the hole to like be repaired or just not to get bigger?
Yeah, there's an understanding with my kids.
Hole.
Yeah, it's so cute, dude. The way she goes, hickey hole, hole, and she's like praying like so like genuinely for this, like
really.
Yeah,
Seriously.
There's a belief within my kids that Honey, Catherine's mom, is the only one that like can sew things. Like Catherine can sew, but like. So she's praying for Honey to be able to fix Chicky's hole.
Honey, fix hole.
Dear God, hi, hole, pa Bowie. It's so cute, man. I need to get a video of it because eventually she's not going to be able to say it right or something. But it's awesome. And she is like, if she doesn't get to pray, it's game over. Like she has to be able to pray for this. So anyway, hole. But yeah, anyway, the mold is the topic of conversation at our house. And one of the other things that they're doing to fix it is they've given us like these massive, like really loud fans that are like filter kind of things. Oh. And so there's one downstairs, I believe, but then there's one in our living room. And so it makes it so loud in our living room. And it might be a very subtle form of torture. Like it is killing us. Like
it's like what the FBI did to the Waco people. The what are the Branch Davidians?
Is that what happens? Like
it's like psychological warfare. They annoyed them with noise,
dude. Like both of us, Catherine. Like last night, it was 30 degrees outside, and I made a fire pit for us. I was like, just so we can go outside and not be like miserable inside.
Wow.
And I mean, if we go to one of our rooms, we can. Like it's not too loud, but like it's just like a massive sound machine in our living room, in our kitchen, in our dining room.
Really?
And like we can't go in our basement, and so it makes our small house feel tiny.
I just once it starts getting that annoying, I just say let it mold.
That's what
let
I mean.
It grow.
Every once in a while, we have to turn it off. Like during meals and stuff, it's like just turn it off; it'll be fine because they want it to go 24/7. But
when are they coming to fix everything?
They're going to like fog the basement today, I believe. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then I think they're going to retest tomorrow maybe. And so if the test comes back good, we're good. And then we can go to the process of refinishing stuff down there and whatnot. But,
okay. So maybe I deal with this once we're back because this is like a multi-day thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Gotcha.
You're going to Iowa though?
Yes, I was thinking about this morning. I think this is my first time ever not being with my family on Christmas. This will be the first year, I think. Oh. So yeah, Iowa, the days leading up to Christmas, and then Christmas Day, and then we'll still see both families. Then we'll drive down and hang out with my folks a couple days later. So it'll be fun. Yeah, Iowa should be great. We're throwing. Wait, hold on. By the time this comes out, by the time this comes out, it's happened. Rachel is kind of spearheading and throwing a surprise birthday party for her brother and sister-in-law.
Oh, cool.
In her mom's new coffee shop. It's like not fully like ready yet, but it's insulated and has heat and everything. So that's kind of fun. Doing that Saturday.
For Tommy
and Corey.
Okay.
Both turning 30. So doing like a surprise birthday party for them. And Tim's coming back into town. I haven't seen Tim in a while. To be fun.
Yeah.
I'm facing him in the Coop Fantasy League. We are facing each other in the playoffs.
Okay.
So that'd be good to look him in the eyes
while
I take him down.
Freak him out a little bit. Are you still in the guillotine leagues?
Yes, dude. It's getting as recording this, we're down to 3. By the time this comes out, we're down to 2 teams. So it's me, what's his name? Poindexter, and Lindsey Harris, Lindsey Merchant, John Harris.
Dude, they clean up. They're good.
Every year they make it to like the top 4, I feel like. Okay. So anyway, it's great. I feel like I peaked too early. Just like the last 2 weeks, I've just put up bonkers numbers. I'm like, I can't keep this up.
Yeah.
Mainly because I have Josh Allen.
Okay.
So it's like, this isn't repeatable. But then again, you look at it, everyone's got stacked teams. I've got Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, as close to sure things as you can get as fantasy quarterback.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, sure, great. Divisional opponent this week, though. Never plays great against the Steelers.
No.
Feeling great about that.
Wow.
Poindexter's got Alvin Kamara, game time decision, Monday night game. That's a
That's
tough
tough.
spot.
Yeah, you need to get like his backup, which is not going to do anything.
Yeah, so like if he can't go, I don't know who your flex is. You've got only 2 teams to choose from. Anyway.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it's like it's not that you don't have a good team; it's that I have to pick the right players for my good team, or like there's not players available. It's like there's players available. It's just picking the right ones.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you play fantasy football, you probably enjoy this, but like you get to the end of the season, there's only 3 teams. I'm having to make really tough decisions. I mean, last week I guessed incorrectly and luckily still won, but I had Terry McLaurin on the bench, 2 touchdowns. I had CeeDee Lamb on the bench, 25-point game.
So you haven't peaked. You know,
That's true.
right? Like that would have been peaking.
So I scored last thing I'll say, I scored 240 points last week, but had I done the correct lineup, I would have scored over 300. So that's when I'm like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, that's like unheard
This
of.
is all time.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
So, Brad, what is this?
Water? No, glass. Well,
Yes.
Micro
And specifically, what's in it?
water.
There we go. That was the answer I was trying to get to the whole time.
Okay.
Just kidding, guys. It's water. And I had the privilege of just filling this up 20 feet away from me.
Pro bono.
Clean water, pro bono, that's right. As much as I want.
Yeah,
What if I told you over 1 billion people do not have that same access that I have?
I would say that's not fair for 1 million people.
It's true, and it's true. But we can help. Healing Waters is here.
Well, you said 1 billion.
Yeah. What if I said 1 billion? What if I said over 1 billion?
I thought you said 1 million, and that would have been right.
That's
not
also
have been
correct. Yeah. Square is a rectangle.
Wow. Go ahead.
But a rectangle is not a square. Let that be a lesson to you guys.
Wow.
You can't fit a rectangle in a square hole, and you can't bring clean water solutions unless they have money. That's what I'm trying to get at. Healing Waters is stepping in, and they've been doing it for years. They're continuing to give villages, people groups, anyone who needs access to clean water, the ability to have that through first world solutions that are going to be there in place for years and years and years down the road. They hire locally. They do it all just the right way, very sustainably. And so we're asking you, Christmas time, look into your hearts, look into your wallets, help give the gift of water to the people who don't currently have it.
Yeah, so if you'd like to donate to Healing Waters, it's give.healingwaters.org/PMD match. There is a company, PMD Beauty, wonderful company, makes wonderful things, beautiful things, making you look beautiful, that is willing to match up to $10,000 for this cause for us. And so if you do donate through PMD Match, they will enter you into a pool to win a $450 beauty kit, as well as give you a 50% off coupon for your first order with PMD. So they're wonderful. Healing Waters is wonderful. Y'all are wonderful for considering donating to help with this need of clean water in the world. So once again, give.healingwaters.org/PMD match.
Now to get to some more, even more boring stuff, can we spend 5 minutes just talking about really just like adult married homeowner things?
I mean, I've just talked about mold remediation for 20. So yeah, permission, floor's yours.
Floor is yours. And I remember you back in the day, like you looked forward to these conversations with me.
Yeah.
We're here.
Top loader. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So a few different things to mention. One, I should have added this to Brad's gift guide, my favorite things. I've recently become aware of and fallen in love with a humidifier.
A humidifier.
Humidifier.
Okay. Yes.
More helpful than you would think.
Oh yeah.
Just for that little spurts of mist in your whole big bedroom. Part of me is like, how much can that even help?
Yeah,
There's so much air, little mist, but noticeable difference every morning in my throat.
Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy how well it works.
Yeah.
And there was one morning where I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, darn, like maybe it's starting to wear off already. My throat feels scratchy. I looked, it ran out of water. Direct correlation.
Dude,
I knew it was working. That is like more evidence it was
Okay.
working. So that fired me up. Anyway, that's it. Just love the humidifier.
Well, let's get even more adulty. I think you can, and or you have a humidifier on your heating system, like, so you can.
We'll get to this.
Okay.
This is great, dude.
Like you can adjust it like throughout the winter. Yeah. Summertime. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you don't want a bunch of humidity in the summer.
Yes,
Right.
dude.
You need a dehumidifier. Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're loving the humidifier.
I like the humidifier. Did a couple other just like, home things this week. Good to knock some stuff out. Good to get a couple wins because we're about to go into the losses. But figured out so Rachel and I, we're so adaptable that sometimes I don't even realize it. For the last 6 months, we have not used like a garage door opener. We just go in the front door now. Okay. It's just like, all right, no, like mine ran out of batteries and Rachel can't find hers. So we're just like, no worries. We just won't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, this week I was like, I'm going to fix that. A little like Christmas gift to Rachel. Figured out we have a smart garage door opener.
Yeah.
So you could do it on your phone. I connected it to my car. When I get within 70 feet, I like geofence to my driveway.
Okay.
It opens automatically.
Cool.
I don't even have a garage door opener now. That was a big win.
That is cool.
That was fun.
Once you get inside, does it like automatically shut? That'd be cool too.
Once I drive away, it does. If the garage door is open and I drive away, it'll shut.
That is cool.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
What other just like boring stuff like that felt good to knock out this week. Anyway, let's get back
That's not boring. That's pretty cool.
I was fired up about the garage door opener.
So it does it with your phone or does it do it like it's the GPS on your phone, not the GPS in your car?
No, it is GPS on the car. The automatic thing is.
Okay.
But, if I'm in a situation where I need to, my phone's got me.
That's a W. That's a dub.
That's also little W. I was noticing the other day, I haven't thought much about mallet finger. I think it's slowly been healing. We went from 92% like mobility. I'd say we're up to 98 now.
Okay.
So it is slowly getting better.
Hey, as a 30-something-year-old, 98's all you want.
I'll take 98.
Yeah.
I'll take 98.
Like if my knees work 98% of how much they should, great.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
So I was really excited about that. All right, now back to David the roofer.
Yeah, David.
Roofer.
Yeah.
David. Can I inspect your roof? Sure. So he does inspect the roof, and he comes back in, and Timon was sitting right here, and then Timon got a pretty nice, got to eavesdrop, where David and I had a 25-minute
talking for a while. I wasn't like listening to what you actually talking. I was like, they're still talking.
David just invited himself in, and we just sat right at the table and talked for a long time. And basically, he's just showing me everything. Like, how's the roof? It's not good. It's not good. Which I had a feeling. I don't know. The house is 100 years old, and how new can the roof be? It doesn't look great. And so he's like, yeah, you have actually like a ton of hail damage. You're like missing shingles. There's like a hole in your chimney. And I'm like, whoa, this sounds actually kind of serious. I don't think you're just making this up. I don't think you're yanking my chain.
Because you didn't have an inspection on your house when you bought it.
No, we did.
Okay.
And we'll get to that too.
Okay.
You're saying all saying all the right things. It's great.
Okay.
We did, and probably like 3 weeks ago, I woke up one morning to a leak in our master bedroom.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh yeah, this is a good reminder. I meant to like kind of fix this anyway.
Okay.
It's like, great, David, you're my guy now because you came with the right day.
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, let's get this fixed. He's kind of sharing with me how this works. Okay, so you'll get an adjuster to come out and he'll take a look at it. I'll come with him. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So he comes a couple days later. Really like my insurance guy. We had some nice chats, but not sure if I love insurance as a whole. I really haven't had to deal with it. Like, this is my first time really like filing a claim really for anything.
Yeah, there's something about like health insurance or just healthcare / this kind of stuff that's just no fun. Like just paperwork and processes. And
Is this covered? Oh, is this doctor? Is an allergist covered? I don't want to deal with that. I want to make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure how everyone feels. I don't want to do that. I want to raise my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to figure out if this doctor's in my coverage.
Yes.
Anyway, so just dealing with that. And so adjuster comes out, and my deductible on my home insurance is $1,500. Okay. I don't know if that's normal or not. I probably spent 5 minutes making that decision, 5 seconds even.
Okay.
However, for wind and hail damage, that deductible is $8,100.
That's a lot more.
So what is even what is covered under the home then, if not wind and hail on my home? It's a separate like premium, I guess.
Okay.
I guess this is common.
Okay.
I don't know. Look out.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, keep going. I don't even know. That's one of those things like we did Prices Right. Like, how much does it cost to get a new roof? I wouldn't know if it's $4,000 or $40,000. Like, I have no idea. So
we have a pretty small home, so I didn't think our roof would be super, super expensive. But the adjuster comes out and he's like, yeah, you do have some definite roof damage, especially if your house is leaking. We got to get that fixed. He says, your roof is worth $9,000. And so I just don't see, basically, insurance always wins is kind of what I'm thinking. Because the more I've looked into it and asked people, there's no way a new roof only costs $9,000, even if it is small.
Okay, right.
And the fact that so if I were to do this, I would have to pay my insurance $8,000. They would give me a check for $1,000.
Yeah.
But then I still have to pay the roofer, $9,000 because that's what he probably thinks it cost.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, are they saying that your current roof is $9,000 or
dude, I don't
a
understand
new roof?
this.
Because I think maybe
they
it's
depreciated
it.
it.
It's kind of like, hey, yeah, my car got wrecked and it's a 2000 whatever Tesla. It's like, well, but it's 2048, and so now that Tesla that you paid this much for, and that if you replaced it with a brand new Tesla would be this much. It's not worth that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like your current roof might be $9,000, but the new one might be a lot more.
That's what they did. Yeah, you're right. It was like it's $12,000 roof. We had to depreciate it though.
Yeah.
Now it's $9,000.
So maybe it's going to cost $12,000 for a new one or whatever.
Yeah.
So you would get more from the insurance company, I think.
Well, I mean, they send me a bill like if you accept this, like we'll send you like a check for like $1,300.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
So I just don't.
I got
know.
a roof guy. One of my best friends is like a roof guy.
Let's have him. I want to start a bidding war among roofers, and let's get this price down.
I think that's kind of what happens sometimes. I think that's what insurance fraud can be sometimes. They're like, how much is insurance giving you? Okay, great. That's what we'll charge you then. Kind of thing. I don't really know how it works exactly, but my guy would never do that, for the record.
Good. Well, I also like David.
But Jeremy.
Jeremy. No, so yeah, let's have him compete.
Yeah.
But anyway, just annoying. I know a lot of people have gone through this, but this is my first time realizing that it's all a scam. Why is it $8,100 for a deductible on that?
Yeah.
I pay it every month. What does it cover? How does this work?
Maybe it covers mold and you don't know it or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what. That's a fair question. I've never really had to use. That's not true. When my fireplace had those issues, I used homeowners insurance.
It's funny you bring up the fireplace.
Everything has like, and this next chapter, we're going to bring that up.
So David comes back a second time, and he's asking me, he's like, so you have an electric fireplace, right? And I said, no, I don't. He said, you have a wood-burning fireplace? He's freaking out. And I was like, yeah, I was like, just last week on the podcast, the very end of Wednesday's episode, I was like, next week, I'm going to surprise Rachel with a fire. We've never had one. I think it's time. I was planning on doing it tonight, actually. I was going to surprise Rachel when she got home with a little fire.
Yeah.
That was the plan. David said, you cannot light a fire in this house. I'm like, what's going on? He shows me a picture. In my attic, you can see the chimney. You can see the brick of the chimney going up, and then you see it stop. It just cut off, and then, 12 inches above that is just my roof. So had I lit a fire in my house, all of the smoke / fire would have gone into my attic.
You would have just been lighting your house on fire.
Would it have burned down? I don't know. It would have been pretty hot. Would have been pretty smoky.
I'll tell you this much. The homeowner's insurance would have paid for that probably.
It's so, I'm like, I can't believe, did we narrowly escape death? I can't believe this. Then I'm thinking, wait, I've had my home inspected. Wait, a year ago, I had a chimney flues come by here and clean out my chimney. I've taken the necessary precautions to avoid something like this, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So then I go back and look at everything. And so I go back and look at my house inspection. This is kind of where the mold comes in and some other stuff. And the house inspection said something like, we don't take on the liability of chimneys, seek a chimney professional to do this. So they basically bowed out of the chimney inspection.
That's fine. A well-trained monkey can see, hey, the chimney is not there anymore, so don't use it. Like, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that you can't.
When you were in the attic, you would have seen that.
Yes.
I trusted you to see that a little bit.
Dude.
So that's insane. So I don't know if at some point, some idiot previous homeowner, I'm starting to get pretty upset at the previous homeowner because things are starting to rack up.
Sure.
In what they left me with and what they didn't tell me.
Sure.
One of them being the chimney's not connected.
Yeah.
Don't light a fire.
Don't do that.
So when we bought the house, there was ash in the fireplace. I even went back and looked at the old Zillow pictures just to make sure I wasn't crazy. I'm like, yeah, there's ash in there. Like it was somewhat recently burned. So what did they do? Were they the ones who disconnected the chimney from itself? Because we still have a chimney on the roof.
Right.
It's got like a filter, like it's a functional chimney. At some point, this worked.
What? So
And
have
someone-
you gone up to the attic yourself? Just curious.
No, I haven't.
But he has pictures of it,
Yeah, he showed me pictures.
and it's just like it just cut.
It
Does it look like a
stops.
saw just like cut it off?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the top of a chimney.
What?
It's flat.
And there's no. Yeah, I wonder if like there's no sign of like, oh yeah, that burned the roof right there.
it doesn't look like it.
Maybe fire. Who knows how fire works? Maybe if it's enough of a wind stream up, it'll just suck right up in there.
Luckily, David did say I have a hole in my roof. So it's like, well, so it could have escaped.
It'll find a way.
It would have,
Yeah.
it would get out. Heat
Takes
rises.
the form of its
hole. It's like an octopus.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So I'm just like, who disconnected this? And why didn't they tell me that's a big thing you need to pass on?
Yeah.
So to add to the list, this previous homeowner used to have rabbits. They left the whole rabbit cage in the basement for me.
That was nice of them.
They left so much other crap in the basement. They didn't tell me that the basement floods every time there's a mist out. You're going to have a river down there. They should have left me a kayak so I could at least enjoy it every time it rains. I mean,
Pool party downstairs.
they left all sorts of just like weird crap around the house, children's toys, a sled. They left their children's names up on the shelves in my room, which that felt wrong to scrape that off. And it
Yeah.
feels like they're dying in Back to
Right.
the Future or something. They're slowly disappearing.
Dude,
They left a lot of weird stuff behind. And now to the list, the disconnected chimney. They tried to kill me.
that's wild. That is wild. That it's just not there anymore. And that no one, I'm frustrated with that homeowner stuff. Like that stinks. Like, but also like, yeah. First of all, what's the rule on like, hey, if you don't do this, we could fine you, or is it just
Like a lack of disclosure.
well, stinks to be you. Like, because on the flip side, like if they don't get their couch out in time, is that your couch? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I own everything in this property. It's like, great, then please get rid of all the crud that we didn't want to take.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But like, I'm more like fired up about like, how bad of an inspector did you have?
Yeah.
Like,
I did text Peter about it. I was like,
Yes.
just FYI.
don't use this guy anymore.
Yeah.
Or whatever. What did he have any like thoughts about this?
So I texted Peter and
that big chimney thing is wild. That's insane.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, it's I just wouldn't have even thought that's a possibility.
You absolutely could have burned down your house.
Yes. This week. Tonight I would have burned down my house.
No one would have assumed, oh, I should probably check to make sure the chimney goes all the way up to the top.
You see fireplace on bottom, chimney on top. You never think, I wonder if there's some sort of trick or optical illusion in the middle and it's
That
not
is
connected.
nuts. Okay.
So Peter said, dude, face palm emoji. The same thing happened with the house we renovated in Olathe with one of the fireplaces. Kansas City's got some problem. There's some guy going around disconnecting chimneys. He said, I called the inspection company we use, and they said they don't inspect chimney or fireplaces because of the added liability. But it's a service they farm out if clients want it. I will take the L on that one.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I was like, dude, it's not your fault. I didn't consider this a possibility.
Yeah, exactly. It does seem like so rare, but like,
But also, could it have been this way the whole time? Did someone build a fireplace? Like, this was all supposed to be fake from the beginning? I don't know how this
or
works.
how truly, I have no idea as well. So maybe this is the stupidest thing I could have ever said, but like, how hard would it be to like connect it with a like piece of metal? Like, I don't know, like something like casing.
Does it have to be all brick? Or can there be parts where it's a cheap fix?
Like a metal liner that just assists it up, you know?
Yeah, because reconnecting the brick sounds very expensive.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, just
Probably.
anything to take the roof back.
Also, why'd they do it? Why'd they
That's what I'm saying. Surely they had a good reason to do it.
I got a chimney guy. I got a guy for everything.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call back the Flues brothers. Yeah, I'll shout them out. Loved them in the moment, but these are the guys.
Yeah, no good.
They cleaned my chimney a year ago.
They're like the Nikes. Like they're like the they're like the whatever. Like,
They were based in Shawnee.
they're
I
the
wanted to support
Walmarts.
local.
Yeah. No, they're not local. Maybe they are actually. I don't know. I don't like them.
I like the name. They were Shawnee. I gave them my business.
They have like an
and,
automated message when you call them. Like, get out of here.
and so I need to call them back and just like,
Give them a piece of your flu.
I will give them a piece of my flu.
Yeah.
And say, hey, maybe I'll bend the truth a little bit. Hey, I burned that. I know. I'll say, How can I word this and not lie?
Just lie. Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But it's going to have a hint of. I'm going to say, we don't have kids in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And you checked our fireplace and you didn't tell me that it was disconnected. And kind of hopefully they connect the dots and they think we killed our.
We no longer have kids in our house.
Yeah. What's the best way to
You've
word it?
had Bo and Hattie come visit.
And
But they're no longer
16
here.
and 17 when I worked here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids,
exactly.
no, kids do not sleep in this house.
Yes.
Yeah. How can I word it so it sounds like really bad?
We had kids in this house, and now I just. Yeah, I don't know.
But I think, need to call them and be pretty upset with them because
that's crazy.
like to get a house inspection and to get a professional chimney sweep to your house and both of them don't alert you that your house at any point could go up in flames if you start a fire. That's no longer on me.
Like I understand, like we don't have liability on the chimney, whatever. We can't tell you if you can use this fireplace, but you can just be a common decency. I'm up here, just making sure you know this. Don't light that thing. That doesn't seem like you could get, like, it's one thing to say yes, you can have a fire. That seems like you're now like
Yes.
liable. I don't think it's nearly as much of a leap to say don't light it because it's not a good idea, right? Like, and you're not going to then sue them and be like, dude, you cost me 5 years of fires in my house.
Yeah.
I could have had fire down in my main floor just enjoying the logs.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, dude. Homeowners hit you quick.
Yeah, a lot of just annoying
man
homeowner stuff
Yeah.
this week.
Okay, so then the mold.
So the mold. So first of all, I swear a week ago, Rachel mentioned to me the potential of mold in our basement.
Probably because she's talking to Catherine.
So probably, yeah, I think that all makes sense.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And so then I'm looking at this house inspection form from 2 years ago to see what they said about the chimney. And then I'm seeing that they reported mold in the inspection in the basement.
Okay.
And I guess I looked at that and didn't care or I don't know.
Yeah.
My fault. And I'm like, between Rachel and that, I need to get this fixed. So I'm excited to tell Rachel, like, hey, I called a mold guy. He's coming over.
Yeah.
She's like, I've never brought up mold. I was like, I thought you did last week. So then we're both just gaslighting each other. Yeah, no, you brought it up last week. She's like, I've never even thought about mold. I'm like, really?
I don't even know if I know what mold is. Yeah.
So they're like, well, it doesn't matter. Either way,
Yeah.
I'm going to get this mold fixed. So yeah, I got a mold guy coming soon. I got a MVP heating and cooling coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Our bedroom's not getting warm, Brad.
Okay. That's a problem.
Fix that.
Hey, maybe they'll clean your vents. They'll do a little bit of both.
And it all comes full circle. The humidifier.
Yes.
Because I saw in the inspection that was something.
Not good.
I don't know. It was orange, so not red.
I don't mean to sound like a broken record. I got HVAC people if you need them. All right.
Well, I back when I thought Bondi Bowls was a real business, I started paying for
What's a real business?
some kind of, I forget what it is exactly, but basically like this place was going to be like on call for me.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I see.
so
And it's all connected. Like they were willing to do it for Bondi and for your house.
I guess so. Coming tomorrow.
So, yeah. Great, man.
So
Okay. I mean, it's
a lot of money going out.
Yep. That's that time of year, you know? Usually it's for presents, not for mold.
Yeah. Ooh, new furnace filter.
Oh, dude. You got a chimney.
Wow, a couple new shings.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where like after all this mold stuff like went down, I was like, I just miss, 30 minutes ago when we just didn't know. Like on one level, it's like, of course, now that we know, we have to do something about this. But man, was it nice when we didn't know about this.
I know. Or like nice when like we were renting.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
Ignorance was bliss. Just call somebody. So
I do think about it sometimes. I'm like, I'm not really the type to like make a bunch of changes that I couldn't do if I wasn't renting. Like,
Yeah.
I live the same way owning or renting.
yeah, you're not doing any.
I'm not like, well, owning is nice because then I can really get in there and I can really open up the space, tear down that wall,
some
and I
walls.
can really landscape and, it doesn't really matter to me. So,
Well, think about all those landscaping projects you and Rachel are doing.
well, I'm going to get around to them and,
Yep.
and I like the problems that arise.
Yes.
That's why I do it.
There are some people that are like very successful. I mean, I see like reels of guys that are like, no, I never will own a house. I'm just going to always rent.
Yeah. Elon Musk doesn't own a house.
Interesting.
You know what I'd like too is how my mortgage kind of just slowly goes up secretly. I kind of like that.
That might be the homeowner's insurance though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, but at least you only have to pay like $8,000 if something goes terribly wrong.
That's it. That's the safety blanket you pay for. All right. That concludes adulting.
Yeah. Sorry, let me do it again. Yeah. Sorry, one more time. Yeah. Sorry, one more time. Yeah! GoodRangers.com is back, baby.
They're back. It has been what? It's been 4 or 5 days. 5 days now, I think, since they last sponsored an episode.
Too long.
Yep. We used to have a board up here. It would say like, it has been, blank days since last Good Rancher sponsorship. And I got up to 5. And then we erased it and then we put wrapping paper over it. But it's at 0 right now.
Yes.
It's 0. Hey, what does this remind you of?
The dollars that you spend on meat for a year with Good Ranchers. $0. Free meat for a year. They're having a promotion. Is that what it is?
The amount of seed oils.
Gosh darn it.
The amount of antibiotics.
Yes.
The amount of hormones.
Yes.
Added.
Yes.
And also the amount you're going to have to spend on that free add-on every single
add-on.
box.
Every single box. I'm talking every month.
Monthly.
You're getting free meat.
Yeah.
What kind of meat do you like, Jake?
And real quick, I like when you get things monthly. Bi-weekly? When is that? Is that twice a month?
Is that
Twice
26
a week?
times a year? Is that 24
every
times?
2 weeks? I don't monthly. I know when I'm getting it, and I know I'm getting free meat.
You're getting
involved.
Monthly. That's when you know.
Monthly.
Yeah.
What did you ask? Chicken.
Chicken is your favorite meat?
Yeah, I thought that's yes. Yeah. I like the chicken. The what is it? I think it's just like better than organic chicken. Is that what they call
good.
it? Yeah. It's great. It's better than anything chicken.
Dude, we say it every week. Good Rangers truly is just the best out there. We've been having cheeseburger meatballs. Catherine made some taco soup with some Wagyu beef recently. We had some chili with the beef. We've been having a lot of beef. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Yeah. But then also even having the chicken, it's all so good. Even like, I don't even like salmon very much, but their salmon is just so much better. So maybe it's not a matter of like, do I like it or not? Maybe it's just like, have I had Good Ranchers version of it?
Just trust that it's good. It's good for you. It's good for your family because you're going to save money. And right now, take advantage. Promo code GRKC, you're going to get free shipping and a free add-on every single month if you subscribe now for the first time. So seriously, a great deal.
Yeah, it's either chicken, salmon, bacon, or ground beef. So consider going to GoodRangers.com, ordering some for yourself. They also have these gift boxes. It's not probably going to get there by Christmas. Let's be honest.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm willing to wait for good meat.
MLK Day.
Sure.
It'll get there by MLK Day.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what he would have wanted.
I think so too.
White meat.
White meat. Random thoughts on white meat. GoodRangers.com. The promo code is GRKC. It's American meat delivered. Yeah.
Timon, give us some teenage stuff.
Please.
I don't know.
All right.
My Thursday was fun as well. I went to see Interstellar with Anna and Zach and Jesse.
Yeah, I really want to do that.
I don't know if it's still showing, but it was just IMAX. It was so good. You got to see it, Brad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name that he cries about? Or maybe it's a dog or something.
Who knows who it is?
McLean.
Murph.
Murph.
Yeah.
That's like the shot I could see is Matthew McConaughey crying.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I think my previous record for like most I've cried in a movie was Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump late at night by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
This beat it. Oh, it's so good.
Did you look around when you were crying, or were you just
Not
like,
really? I was
be
just
cool,
like, I'm in it. I'm in the moment.
Was it the
cry.
Murph part?
Yeah. But I also cried when he's leaving.
There's another part. Yeah.
Dude.
The part, should we keep talking about this movie that Brad hasn't seen?
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in theaters, and when they first go away, or not first, but when they go away on that one planet where the time is very different.
Yeah.
And he's like, how long have I been gone? And it's that like big number. The audience in the theater gasped when I first watched it. And that like gave me goosebumps. It was like kind of cool. Like we were all so into this movie that we're feeling the gravity of like his decision.
Because like this audience is all like people that love this movie.
I was going to say, I saw that.
Because like this audience is people that love this movie and want to like see it again.
Yeah, that's
so like
cool.
there's nothing that they're
shocked
by. Oh, dude, there was this one guy like down to our left that just like Christopher Nolan movies aren't that funny typically.
Yeah.
But the slightest joke just And you just know that he's watched this like 100 times and is just waiting for the jokes. Like, oh, good one.
Was
like,
did Zach make fun of that guy? I could see Zach being tempted to be like,
not make fun of him.
I'm
We
gonna
just
laugh.
loved it. We would always look at each other every time he like giggled. We were just like, this guy.
What were the rules about like singing along during the songs?
We did the Hans Zimmer, like we kind of go, wow, every time. Yeah. But yeah, that was my Thursday.
How is Young Jesus?
Young Jesus went well. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah. It was great. I mean, I kind of realized during show weekend, like I might have the easiest job in this show because almost everyone else is in.
I see how you think about Jesus.
Like
The cakewalk being Jesus.
just everyone else is in like multiple songs and like also sings harmonies and all this stuff. And I just kind of walk out for 3 minutes and sing my song, and then I go back off stage.
Solo, or you get a little chorus behind you?
Solo. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it went well. It was good.
That's cool. I really tried to make it Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep at 6 p.m. So I woke up at like 9. I was like, dang
okay.
it.
Huh.
Missed it.
That's wild.
That's what Jesus means to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy there.
I don't know. It really was like a possibility. I was like, I don't have any other plans. Yeah, I don't see why not.
See ya.
Boom.
That's funny.
3-hour nap.
Gone.
We had that pickleball tournament that morning. So I guess we're just exhausted because Rachel fell asleep that night at like 7:45 and fell asleep for the rest of the night.
Wow.
She slept like 13 hours. It was awesome.
What happened at that pickleball game?
But everything went well?
Yeah, it was all good. I don't know much to talk about. This after the Saturday show, that was when like some friends came or whatever.
Yeah.
And we went to Chicken and Pickle after.
Well, that's
Like
nice.
earlier that day, I was like, I wonder if they have any open. It was like only the 10 to 11 p.m. So I was
Booked a little court?
yeah, it was fun.
You've been playing a lot of pickleball? How's the game coming along?
I haven't been playing a lot, but then this past week I have like twice, which is more than most any weeks like recently.
You're back. How
But
many
it was-
paddles do you still have to give away?
A few. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
still have like if I'm with someone playing pickleball and they don't have a paddle, I'll just like take one. Like I still
That's fun.
I don't have like yeah, and I know where I can get more. So but yeah, so Tuesday night, the Kelly family who we've talked about, they did like a little like chicken pickle evening where they got a couple courts for a couple hours. And I was like on Saturday night, I was like, oh, I've lost any skill I have. Like, I can't play anymore. But then Tuesday night I was kind of on fire. Like
you found it. Yeah, you
I
found
played me and my dad versus Oliver and his dad, and we beat him.
Ooh.
Wow.
I was like,
Should have filmed it.
yeah, I should have. I've never been like that consistent with like hitting like a backhand, like
Whoa, look out.
two-handed backhand. It was fun.
My dad can beat your dad.
Oh, yeah? Meet me on the court,
Meet me on
Kelly.
the- oh yeah, 002. Bring it. Timon, let's talk more theatrical productions. Ever heard of something called I think it's called a radio play?
Is this the only thing that comes to mind is like a Studio C sketch where they like it's like all sound effects and like
Bingo.
it's like an audio drama type thing.
You heard of it?
I was going to say the famous 80s song, Video Killed the Radio Play.
Yeah. Very good song. Yeah. That's it.
We both got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, Catherine was looking for different like Christmassy things to do in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And one of the things that my parents actually went to last night is like a radio play of It's a Wonderful Life,
Interesting.
where it's like literally, I don't think anybody's even in costume.
They're just standing at
it's
microphones.
Like, it's like imagine like in the 20s when they were doing a show, with radio, but it's like they do all the sound effects and all these different things.
wow.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, would that be fun to sit and watch them do? And I was like, I think it would. I think
That'd be sweet to see how they make all the sound effects. Because the sketch that I'm thinking of, like right at the beginning of the show, the sound effects guy accidentally knocks over his entire table of sound effects equipment, so he has to do everything himself. It's like I remember it being really funny.
I see.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I like watching like every once in a while on my algorithm, like the Foley, like sound, like sound engineers, like this legendary Disney sound guy that like adds all these like, whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all those different things. He's like, I've used this thing that I made, back in 1948. I used it for Bambi, and I've used it for Home Alone, or not Home Alone, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So, I didn't know if you'd heard of it though. I was just intrigued because on one level it's like
cool.
that sounds boring. On another level it's like, but maybe it would be
I think
something
I like
could
that.
appreciate.
And I love It's a Wonderful Life. So,
Sure. Yeah. So, Mary. Anyway.
Yeah.
I got to put some clothes on. I'm getting so cold.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
dang, dude, I turned down the heat. It was 74. And so I was like,
Oh, yeah, that's what we keep it at.
that's wild.
What'd you
but
turn it
then
down
again,
to?
maybe
74 is nice. 74 is nice and cozy.
Ghosties, come to my defense. 74 is wild.
No, I think
Look
if it
how many
was-
clothes you're wearing, though.
I like wearing clothes.
You're in
Yeah,
the hood.
74, though?
74.
That feels really nice.
Madison McCullough, give us a poll. 74. Good, too hot, too cold. I'm curious what people think. I think 74 is too hot for the winter.
To turn it down to 70, though,
Yeah.
I'm going to start coming over to your house and changing the temperature.
You don't you dare.
I bet
Unless
our
we record
house.
the podcast,
I bet
so.
our house is below 70 some of the time. Like
Yeah.
a
Really?
decent amount of the time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. My
It's
dad's
expensive
Yeah,
to
he would
keep it at
not.
74.
Yeah.
There's also a chance we don't have the best heater and that we have to keep it higher to like heat the house because we don't have a very big house and I feel like we still have to crank it up to make it tolerable in here. But
Yeah.
I'll put some more clothes on next episode.
Hey, I'll give you some clothes.
Thank you.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, why don't you just take clothes off instead of changing the thermostat? Then we're both comfortable.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Hey, fine.
There's solutions here. Speaking of Chicken Pickle, I had my phone call with them about the big idea, Chicken Pickle corporate. They're really excited about it. I think it's going to happen. I don't know which city yet, but probably like St. Louis or Oklahoma City or Dallas. Wait, this wasn't the episode you were on, Brad.
Yeah, I
but
know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're going to be opening for me. That seems, as we got in the
I get it.
in the weeds, that may be tougher
I'm not
to pull
counting
off.
on it, but yeah.
But anyway, kind of fun if I get
Cool.
to perform at some Chicken and Pickles and do
Yeah.
a little Friday meetup as well. So
Wow.
Sweet.
kind of fun. They seem pretty excited. What else? What else, Brad?
My sister's the most famous person in my family. You see this?
Oh yeah, we barely started talking about this at
Yes.
the end of last week's episode, and then it became kind of a thing.
Yeah. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce went to Children's Mercy, which is a hospital in Kansas City, where Gabe Oliver just stopped working, but it was working.
Yep.
Texted us, and where my sister works, and my sister got it was like her unit got a picture with Taylor Swift. Like I think the only like group picture that she took, and my sister's like 2 heads away
She's
from
right
Taylor.
there.
I mean, she probably knows exactly what Taylor Swift smells like. You know what I mean? And yeah, apparently my sister said that. Like I think the name of her unit is sedation. I'm not sure exactly what I think it's like MRI, sedation stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, and apparently her area of the hospital is where there's like an emergency exit or some way of like inconspicuously getting in and out. And so that's why she was down there, took a picture with all of them. So pretty crazy. And then again, last night, not nearly as exciting as Taylor Swift, but my sister was on the local news because they had like all these police cars and stuff, like did like a fun thing for the patients of Children's Mercy where they parked their cars outside the hospital and like put their lights on, and they're like doing this interview with everybody, and then they like pan up to the window of Children's Mercy, and my sister just like going like crazy, and they put her on the local news. So she's just getting notified, talked about left and right.
Notoriety. It's a good time to be at Children's Mercy. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Lots of
I'd
stuff
say
going
so.
on there.
Yeah,
Work there, patient there.
yeah. So pretty crazy. It was wild. Like I was like, that's like one of the most famous people in the world, and you were so close, like closer than probably almost anybody ever gets to her.
It's pretty sweet.
You know, like Taylor Swift doesn't, as far as I know, do like VIP meet and greet.
Yeah.
She
She
doesn't even
seems
do, like-
very inaccessible.
yeah,
Like
she doesn't
Janelle
even-
Benyel loves Taylor Swift, and I bet like she would be willing to spend whatever money it takes, and I don't think that's an option for her to get that close to her.
I mean, Taylor doesn't even, she's never done a podcast. She doesn't even do like late night anymore. Like she just doesn't like make herself available that way.
Yeah, that's
But
what
your
I'm saying.
sister 2 faces away.
That's pretty insane.
Crazy. Yeah, there she is.
I did enjoy Gabe Oliver sent us a video from his phone of Taylor walking through his hallway. And you don't get to see much, but you do get to see, like, she's like waving, like, hey guys, thanks for having me. And then some like PR, like kind of Karen lady is like, no phones, no thank you. And then Taylor's like, chill, like it's
yeah.
fine. So it was nice to see that. It
Yeah.
was like Taylor was like a normal person. Like they're fine. It's all good.
My assumption was that maybe that lady was like a Children's Mercy employee.
Oh, not like her
and
handler
so
or something.
it was like, hey, you're in charge of like this, and so maybe she was just like trying to. That's my guess.
Trying to
It's like,
protect her.
I'm trying to do my job. I'm supposed to say don't do that. Whatever. I don't know. She didn't look official enough to be Taylor's person. She didn't look polished enough for me. She looked more Kansas City, less like Hollywood.
Nashville, maybe? She looked Nashville to you?
No way.
I can't
Not
sit
a
in.
chance. Yeah, not a chance. So anyway, yeah. So shout out to Julie. She's famous.
That's awesome.
The Kelsey brothers like posted her picture.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just Travis. I don't know. Whoever posted it, something. So pretty fun.
Pretty fun. Have I talked on this podcast before about that Ben Stiller's making a pickleball movie? Do you guys know about this? Heard about this?
Maybe no. Not.
I think
not
he's
much.
like somewhat appearing in it, but he's really taking what he did for dodgeball and he's doing it for pickleball. But this time I think he's like writing and directing it, not acting as much. But there's like a good amount of like A-listers who are going to be in this pickleball movie. Apparently, one of the leads is Jake Johnson from New Girl.
Yes.
Well, anyway, the production company approached Friday and wanted to like work together in some capacity. So we've been like emailing back and forth, trying to figure all this out. Whether
Like you be in a movie?
At first I thought it was like as talent. It turns out they want us for our paddles. So I think,
Okay. Cool too.
yeah, still awesome to be involved in any capacity. So we're still trying to figure it out. Who knows if anything will happen? Maybe
Yeah.
it's an exclusive paddle for the movie, whatever. But Jake Johnson, really into all this, wants to like potentially make some like content with us and also wants equity in Friday Pickleball.
Cool.
He's like all in.
Wow.
So it was just fun to like see that email. That
So you've been emailing with Jake Johnson? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or no, not with him, like his people.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, that was kind of fun. I sent a Mark Cuban gift that said, I'm out. But, or I would like send this big text. Like, that's pretty cool. He wants a piece of the pie. I don't blame him for that reason. I'm out. So that's
Just the oh, the camera's off. Whatever. Just the movie as a whole is like it's just an exciting thing because like Ben
memory
Stiller.
card full.
Oh
Hey,
come on!
we
Oh,
got- we got
I'm back
another-
though. I'm back
Delete
on
it.
here. I
Or-
don't know.
Yeah, wait. So should we
Just delete that thing.
delete it because it's recorded
Yes.
on there?
Yes.
You guys are okay with this?
100%.
All right, Timon, keep talking. Or wait,
OP.
Brad, talk. If Timon's going to talk, we should put him on C probably.
What were you saying about? I'll say what you were going to say.
Brad, say it for Timon.
I was just gonna say like Ben Stiller. I know he can make a movie because he made like a really good Secret Life of Walter Mitty, a movie I really like.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So go. Yeah.
Yeah. Ben Stiller. Yeah. That's about it for that.
Jake, how's it coming?
He's a videographer, so he can do this in his sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if you see my LinkedIn. This is what I do all the time.
Right now I'm frozen on camera. Oh,
Timon, we just chill for a second.
Just be cool, Timon.
You guys feel free to talk, or you can just watch me do this. whatever
Sure.
you do. Please, for the love of God, have a podcast.
Sure. Yeah.
without
Go,
me.
yeah. Oh, Mary, did you know?
All right. Thanks for holding down the fort without me.
Yeah, you
It's
bet,
good to
man.
know
No
that,
problem.
I
one of the
don't-
keep attention.
I don't
the-
have to be here.
No, dude. Yeah, we could do this thing in our sleep. No problem. So
Please bring something up.
here's a random thought for you guys. I was in charge of seasoning a chicken this week. Looked up some seasoning stuff.
C3B Rose.
And I think there needs whoever decided to name one of them tablespoons and one of them teaspoons is mean. I think that there's so many letters in the alphabet. Call one of them tablespoons and one of them C-spoons or something like that. Because you look at that, it'll just say like 1 TBS salt,
Oh,
1 TSP paprika. I almost put TBS paprika. That would have been too many paps.
it is really close. Not only the way you say it, but yeah, you're right. The way you abbreviate it is crazy close.
It's way too close. And for an amateur person like me, it'd be way easier to say, I guess C's are cups, but like, okay, X. I don't care what some other thing.
I've never really thought about that, but that is a classic like imperial system thing, isn't it? Just like
Yeah.
our own words for it. They don't make any sense. A mile, a yard, a teaspoon, a gallon.
Yeah, it's like it almost got me. I'll just say that. I almost put a tablespoon of pepper in, and I think I was supposed to put like maybe it was even 2 tablespoons, but instead it was supposed to be 2 teaspoons.
Can you imagine?
Whatever it was. Anyway, so there's a big difference, Jake.
Let's take a straw poll. Would you guys be in favor of converting to the metric system across the board?
Yes.
Everything but football.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to go.
It'd be very tough to like transition, I feel like. But
It'd take
it's
3
worth it.
months to get used to like speed limit
You've
and
audited this?
distance
Yeah.
away. No, I'm thinking about it now for the first time. It'd take 3 months on the dot. I think we would adjust quicker than you think.
I use the metric system about half the time in woodworking because sometimes it's easier to say, okay, it's 128 millimeters. I'm trying to get half of that, than rather than being like, okay, it's 58 and 7/8. I'm trying to get half of that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And so sometimes it's like, that's too hard. I'll just use this math.
I think it'd be fun to switch. Just give us more things that we can like hang on to from our childhood. That's always fun. So if like, imagine next year we switch to the metric system, and then 50 years from now, we're talking to our grandkids and like, I mean, I threw the ball, probably 20, 30 feet. And they're like, oh, grandpa, he's always saying feet still.
Gosh.
He's so old. He
What a
says
millennial.
feet. Yes.
Yeah. That is interesting
Exactly.
to
It would be
think
like
about.
one of those things like, sorry, I can't shake that.
What is like how big is milk in other countries?
Liters.
Just 1 liter of milk?
Oh, I see. Like when it's sold.
Like,
Yeah,
do
I
they go
don't
2
know.
liters or do they go, because like a gallon is more than 2 liters.
Yeah, how many liters is that? I figure 3, 4, 5.
No, 2.6 is my guess.
You're thinking of an engine.
I'm thinking, yeah. Timon, you looking it up?
Yep. 3.7 liters.
Boom.
3.8 in a gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
So I could get basically 2 liters of pop for a gallon. What you're saying.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy because I just thought they were so much. Those 2 liter bottles, they must just be, that's a good lesson. Like the taller you are, this,
More respect you get.
yeah, I guess so.
Timon, look up now, like European milk size.
Yeah, they go 4 liters.
Yeah, you buy a 4 liter,
Yeah.
or is it like a
let's see.
2 liter? A 2 liter of milk would be hilarious.
Or are Europeans just like way, just like
I don't need that much
less into
milk.
milk? Like, what are you doing?
Just give me a liter of milk.
give me a quart. Give me a pint.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, how do you
Figuring it out,
Google
yeah.
that?
Quart is
1/4 of a gallon.
yeah, that's like imperial though. That's not theirs, right?
I think.
Yeah, even pint would be ours. Except you always hear the Irish people talk about, oh, give me a pint.
I fancy a point. Yeah.
Pint a liter.
it's telling me about milk bags.
Milk
Says
bags.
Canada-
Timon, don't get on those
Canada-
websites. Come
Canada-
on. Not on my Wi-Fi.
Canada and other
No, no,
regions.
no.
In some parts of
Milk
Canada, milk
bag.
is sold in
Can I inspect your milk bags?
David.
Whoa, David.
Not for 4
show
paddles.
Me, show me
Sheesh.
pictures. I don't.
You have 1 hole in your milk bag?
It's talking about like UK. It's typically sold in pint-sized bottles. That's half liter.
There's that word again. Pint.
It says a typical milk bag contains approximately 1 liter of milk. And then in Canada, it's like
I'm so
more.
A pint?
I'm so curious what a milk bag looks like, but I'm also like, I can't just European milk? No, I can't just
No, I'm going to type in show me milk bags. You type in show me and it's actually I did Google. Pint is a unit of volume both the imperial and United States
I know
customary.
pints are small.
So it's not a metric system thing.
I'm assuming
So why are
pint
they
is-
using pint? Why are the Irish using pint?
Yeah, because pints are divided into gallons. I think. Like if eventually.
I don't know if that's true though.
No?
I think that's maybe our idiot thinking because I
Could be,
think
could be.
pint sounds like 1/5 of a gallon. Pint,
Pinto.
but I don't know if that's a weird thing.
surely not fifth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think we're like we're not using pints here. We're
I
using
think I'm
quarts.
silly. Yeah.
The United States, these are countries who use pint. The UK, and then other countries like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa,
So there's anybody that speaks English at all?
using the pints
Yeah, fancy point.
just for like beer mainly. That's interesting. I guess then again, we randomly dip into the metric system, 2 liter.
Yeah, you're right. I think that Canadians, like, they use meters, or kilometers, but then they'll be like, yeah, he's 6 feet tall.
That's so interesting.
Like, other than that,
And how are Canadian milk bags in comparison?
I think they're tougher. They had to withstand the winter up there. You got to have some thick milk bags up there. I was watching some video the other day, like this Canadian home renovator trying to figure out how to finish my basement again. And sometimes he used millimeters, other times he'd be like, yeah, this thing's like, 6 1/4 inch. I'm like, what the? You can't. You're not allowed. Not allowed to do that.
I think milk overseas is sold in like cartons, and it might be like a liter at a time.
Yeah, most definitive answer I've found is in Europe, 2 liter, 1 liter, and half liter are the typical norm that I've
You seen paper carton? You seen bags?
This says containers.
Oof. That's what's at the Container Store.
Yep.
It's milk.
That's all. It's a European company.
Yeah, it's not telling me materials.
Huh. Teaspoon, tablespoon is ridiculous, though. I'm with you.
Thank you. I just for the amateur person out there,
You can't breeze through that.
imagine if somebody didn't know how to use inches to feet, and one of them is inches and one of them is into inches.
Yeah. And
like-
there it's INCH versus INTH.
It's like somebody's going to mess that up at some point and make way too small of a bed frame. So think about it. So anyway, yeah, just almost had a big old mess on our hands there. But the chicken was seasoned nice. So Jake, what are these? These are gloves.
Those are gloves.
And what do they make you think of? Hard work.
Yes.
I'm just going to answer all the questions. And what do hardworking guys need? Coffee. Because what are hardworking guys?
Americans like you and me.
Yep, and they're gruff.
And Canadians.
And Canadians. Hardworking guys are Canadians and Americans like you and me. Right.
Like
Hey,
me and Timon.
if you want some good old-fashioned coffee that's going to help you work harder, and you know what? It's going to taste good in the meantime. Go to mainstreetroasters.com.
Guys, I love the smell of these gloves, but it's still not as good as the smell of Main Street Roasters coffee.
Work pales in comparison
I
to the Main
can't
Street
get
Roasters
over
coffee.
the smell. I don't know how they do it. They do the thing when you buy their bags. They're like somewhat like
That little hole.
yeah, little hole. I don't know what I
little
want to say
hole.
perforated, but that's not the right word. Basically, there's a way for like smell to get out, but not for coffee to get out.
Freshness to stay in, yeah.
Yeah, it's just great the way they package them.
I think instead of candles, people should just buy each other bags of beans.
That's a good word.
I mean, I'd rather smell a bag of beans than a, white chocolate candle.
You know, Rachel and I last night left the candle on all night while we slept.
Smart.
You're
No
not going to have
chimney,
those kind of
no problem.
issues with the bag of beans.
Nope.
You can leave it on all night.
Yes.
Leave it under your pillow. I don't know, kind of a tooth fairy situation. I don't know. Put it in your humidifier. Point being, smells great, tastes great. All sorts of holiday blends available right now. Get your beans, get your grounds, get your K-cups.
There's not a discount, unfortunately, anymore. So.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's now up to 90% of full price is what
Holy
you'll pay
cow.
with
Nice.
promo code GRKC.
That's great.
Go to mainstreetroasters.com. Take advantage right now. Something I wrote down this week. Does Catherine ever, or you to Catherine, do you guys ever have to like translate for each other? Maybe someone in public, someone you're talking to?
I'm sure I can't think of a specific example, but yeah, probably. Or maybe not translate as much as like, kind of spell it out a little bit. of
Yeah, like kind of fill in the blanks. This is what he's saying.
Or like, I think Catherine sometimes does it to me when it's like I'm joking, but I'm a little more dry about it. Like she'll
Translate for them.
Like, she's kind of laughing.
He's
like,
joking.
lighthearted. Like, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know, something like that maybe.
Rachel and I are always just like laughing and noticing different, like there's just different types of people where like, I am going to have to be the bridge in this conversation for this person to Rachel.
Right.
Which doesn't happen as often as I would say is Rachel having to help me out with like someone to me. And this happened recently.
Like things that like girls are like talking about girl stuff.
No, I feel like more often than not, it's like someone like honestly who's like maybe not very articulate or kind of like awkward. And I'm just not very good at like filling in the blanks and like really understanding or comprehending what they're trying to say.
Okay.
And Rachel's is just more perceptive in that. Like, this is kind of what he means. And like,
Okay.
yeah, he's asking this. And I'm like, man, I needed you there. I had no idea what he was saying. I was trying so hard. But we had an example of that this week. We went to Nectar, acai bowl place after church. And man, it was a good one because I ordered a bowl. Rachel ordered a smoothie. And this guy afterwards is like, hey, is there one of the apples? And I'm like, all I heard was apples.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of apples being like a topping on, I've never seen that. Like they slice apple. He's asking if I want apples. And so at first I go, no, thank you. And he goes, no, which one? And so I'm like, sorry, one more time. He's like, for like the juice, which kind of apple do you want? And so I was like, oh, sorry, that would be a question for my wife. She was the one who got kind of the smoothie. So then I call Rachel up from where she's at. I'm like, he's got a question for you. And then he asked Rachel, like, which kind of apple do you want for the juice? And then Rachel was like, no, I didn't have any juice. I got like this kind of smoothie. I think he's talking to you. And I'm like, all right, so one more time, what is it? And then he's like, in the base of your acai bowl, this is kind of me filling the blanks now. He's like, there's apple juice. And then he goes, you want bitter or sweet? And I was like, bitter. And then Rachel's having to just like, she's translating all this for me.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, what kind of apple do you want for your apple juice? And I was like, bitter? And she's like, I don't know. And then this other employee has to step in and be like, Reggie, green apples are not bitter. And I was like, what?
So not
no wonder I have trouble.
Yeah, trying to decipher it, but now you're also like getting false information along the way.
Instead of the word sour, he was calling like Granny Smith apples bitter.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. I chose sweet, so I got the red apple.
100%.
But yeah, either way, I just felt bad. I had to ask him 6 times to ask the same question. And yeah, luckily Rachel was there. Or if Rachel wasn't there, I'd still be there trying to figure out what his question was.
What, did you order a different smoothie, or is it just like this one time they asked you that like customization?
Well, I'll tell you, Brad. Good question.
Yeah.
I recently have become kind of an app guy. Chick-fil-A mobile through.
App guy, not Apple, but just app.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. A mobile app guy. Just like utilizing them, having something ready for me.
Especially Nectar. That's a good one to have an app for.
Life hack.
Yeah.
And you wonder, like, what if they make it before I get there? They'll put it in the fridge.
They do. They do a good job of that.
You already know this. Good for you.
Jake, you don't think I've been an app guy for years?
It's more of the...
Especially Nectar. Nectar takes 16 minutes for them to make your smoothie bowl.
It does. And you guys sit through them blending it 6 inches from your ear. It's so
and
loud.
There's no carpet or anything to deafen the noise in
they're
there.
Trying to make it loud.
Yes.
So I've been ordering ahead of time. Well, in the app, the app really tells you your options. Because in person, you see the menu. You're like, I don't know how much I can customize this. The app will let you know.
Yeah.
And in the app, I found you could sub apple juice for cashew milk in the base. Oh my gosh, no brainer.
Really?
Way better.
Like creamier.
Way better.
Yeah.
Just taste alone. It's a better taste. Get that cashew nut juice out of there.
Oh, you're saying get the... Oh, I see. I
Get
thought you
the
were saying
apple
the
juice in
opposite.
there. No.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
apple juice in your base.
Okay.
Trust me. But the app has never asked which type of apple, and so that's why I just didn't.
Gotcha.
I'm just thinking sliced apples on top. I'm like, dude, I don't need that. This isn't my question. So anyway, I don't know if there's other couples out there. Maybe like you're always having to translate for each other, but
Oh, I think it happens
Rachel's
more.
helping me a lot.
It's going to happen like when I'm 75, Catherine's going to have to tell them what I'm meaning all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have my own language by that point, probably. You know what I mean? And Catherine's going to be like, he doesn't mean that. He's asking for a chicken burrito. I don't know why he calls it that. Whatever. Can I get one of those bean blankets? Like with chicken inside?
Because I feel like with a lot of other people, I kind of help bridge the gap. I feel like I've been there for Scott when he's making a weird joke, and I'm like, this is a movie that we like. I don't expect you to know it,
Right.
or like just with Isaac the other day, this guy's asking us about our paddles, and he's like, now what's the twist weight on these? And Isaac's like, they come in about 8.3 ounces. I'm like, no, Isaac, he's asking the twist weight, which is like a whole different measurement.
Okay,
Isaac,
yeah.
oh, sorry, I don't know. No, I don't know. But the weight is 8.3 ounces. So yeah, most of the time I'm the translator, but not with Rachel around. She's better than me.
Dude, I feel like we have a friend, Will Severns, and I feel like that guy needs a professional translator. Do you feel that from him? One of my best, like I love him. We hang out a lot, but they're like half the time I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand what you're saying. Are you joking? Are you serious? I think you're trying to make a joke, but I don't even really know if you made it all the way before you were waiting, like just assuming like I knew what you were about to say.
Will does kind of talk, and even if I know he's joking, he talks in a way that sounds like he's quoting something that I haven't seen before. So you're like, I guess I just haven't seen it.
Yes. Like every once in a while I'll be like, what's that from? He's like, I was just making a joke about this thing.
Like he does a good job just the way he talks. He's like, maybe later we get a couple of mobile phones going. Like is that like a reference to some old video?
Yeah.
Or?
Maybe we link headsets. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Professional translator.
Remember that one inside? Yeah, whatever. Like, it's like, I need his wife around all the time. So like, help me out here, Lauren. But anyway, yeah. How long have we been recording here, Timon? I have so many more things written down, but I'm like, we got plenty to talk
We'll be going
about.
like an hour 20.
What do you think, Jake? You want to keep
Give
going?
me something. Let's keep talking.
Let's see. Yeah. We talked about adult things. Let's talk about kid things. I taught Hattie a new game called Connect 4 this week.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, we went to McLean's for Datter Days. And it was just me, Hattie, and Rosie because Bo got in some trouble beforehand and had a little punishment of staying home. But so it was really fun. We played Connect 4 and Chutes and Ladders. And I know it's not a difficult game to be good at, but I'm convinced I'm top 95 percentile in the world in Connect 4.
Did you guys play Jumbo Connect 4? Like outside of
No,
McLean's?
we played just like the
Okay.
regular one. Granted, it was Hattie, but I swept her.
You do just
I
fine.
did just fine with it. I let her win one time, but then I connected 5 on her the next time to just put her in
Oh,
her
that's a
place.
fun way to like handicap it a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to do 4, I got to do 5.
Yeah.
You got to do 3, I got to do 5.
Yeah, but I really am convinced, like, I think I could beat most people in Connect 4.
In this, in a recent Friday Pickleball video we did, when we went to that Airbnb in Palm Springs, we kind of did like a decathlon of events where we
I watched
competed
it.
against them.
Yeah.
And one of them was like Speed Connect 4.
Yep.
And like, yes, this guy's a Rubik's Cube champion. Yes, he's Asian, but I still,
You whooped him.
I'll put myself up against anyone.
Yeah.
And I lost. But I will say there was no
And I lost.
bottom to it. We couldn't find it. And so I don't know if you saw this in the video, but Scott and Isaac are having like hold the bottom of it with their hands, basically.
I don't think I saw that.
And it wasn't perfect. They're like using a rolled up towel and trying to hold it.
Okay.
But it's like not level. So you can't really even see like, am I
Yeah.
about to win? Oh,
That's
no,
not-
I guess I wasn't. It's diagonal.
That's
Shoot.
not fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do love that game. And I love the speed version of it too.
Yeah, we did
Seeing
that
you
at-
and Catherine do it in Florida.
Yeah.
That was
Florida.
fun.
Ghostrunners Getaway. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Catherine could probably compete with me, but I'm ready to take my talents on the road with Connect 4.
Yeah.
I'll play anybody, speed or regular.
Yeah, you are good at that.
But yeah, and then Chutes and Ladders. Hattie loved it. It's the simplest game, dude, but it was fun. So
Next Ghostrunners Getaway, we should have like a Stump the Schwab
yeah,
kind of thing of like, we'll take what we're best at and, see if anyone can beat us in it.
yeah. Also, just as an aside, it's Christmas season, so I don't want to do this. We could do it at Ghostrunners Getaway. I was just on a podcast last night with a friend. I think it's coming out by the time this is out, called Your Feature Presentation. It's a movie podcast that my friend has.
Oh, wow.
Dad's on Maui guy. Heath is his name. And we talked for like an hour and a half about Home Alone. Like just talked in detail about Home Alone. And it was Heath, and then he's got another co-host, Andrew, and then me. And so Heath had some trivia for Andrew and I to compete against. 100%, dude.
Swept.
I dominated to the point where I'm like, I mean, within reason, I would love for people to try to stump me on Home Alone trivia.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna know, what time was this, or what was the license plate on this, or how many millions of dollars they spend on. Like I don't know that kind of stuff.
But
But,
yeah,
like,
normal
just-
things to know if you saw the movie a lot.
Right. Like, what's this quote, or what's the detail on this, or whatever. Because all the questions he asked, like even like the hard ones, I was like, that's easy.
No
Little
problem.
Nero's Pizza. Yeah, of course. So, but it was fun to like break it down.
Someone made like Little Nero's Pizza like merch and hats and stuff.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Any chefs reach out yet?
We got one. Yeah.
You're hired.
Yeah. Molly, I believe is her name. So
Oh, Molly.
we're going to talk probably January. I was like, let's reconnect then. But
Good.
Yeah.
Good email word.
good email. Yeah. Let's circle back. But
Good.
yeah.
That's fun. Should we do our reviews of the week?
Yeah.
I got one here from Erica. This is my first time reviewing any podcast, and that's because there is no podcast like this one. Only podcast that has me laughing out loud, singing along to the jingle, and listening as soon as every episode drops. Thank you, Jake, Brad, and Timon, for the joy you bring to my Mondays and Wednesdays, and the rest of the days that end in Y's. I'm still catching up on older episodes. Grateful to be a part of a community like this. Cowboy hat smiling emoji. Giddy up, Erica.
There you go. Serena Oriente left a 5-star review saying, this podcast anticipates my needs. This morning I had the thought, I know Timon and Brad are the singers of the show, but hearing Jake throw his hat in the vocal arena is always such a treat. I wish we had more of that. Well, wouldn't you know it? Jake started this morning's episode asking Timon for a voice lesson, and boy, was it nice. Jesus must like this podcast because the spirit's moving.
That's great.
Thanks, Serena.
Thank you for wanting that. I will deliver that
Boy,
once a year.
was it nice.
Yeah.
Boy, was it nice.
Oh, I delivered.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, it is always fun to have that from old Jacob.
Would you guys like to end this episode with a jingle of sorts?
Yes, Timon, I'll forward it to you again just so you have the link
Great.
here.
Get connected here.
This is another Maddie Dieterle special.
All right. She's on a roll. Man, I could go for a roll right now.
What kind?
McLean's pastries after this. That sounds so
5 and 10. Name 5 different kinds of rolls. 10 seconds. Go.
butter roll, dinner roll, jelly roll, tuck and roll. I want to say monkey roll. I don't think that's one. Buttered roll.
Yeah, butter roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
That's good.
Tuck and roll sounded good though.
What's the one thing? And for some reason, you do it in football where you just jump over each other. Monkey.
Oh, barrel? No, barrel roll is a thing.
Is it barrel roll? Monkey roll?
I know what you're talking about.
Monkey roll.
We're gonna change the way we block. We're gonna change the way we tackle.
I'm not seeing the jingle.
Monkey rolls. It's a type of spicy tuna and tempura shrimp roll.
Timon, Imsh. I forwarded it.
I think that football thing is called the monkey roll.
Okay.
Consider me a champion. Man, it did not feel right when I said it though.
Have you
wait.
sent it before? Is that what I'm supposed to
Yeah,
find?
I have sent it before, but I just forwarded it to you right now.
I'm not seeing it.
Timon, do you want me to come over there and
How about
check your email for you?
How
It's because
about I-
Timon was looking up milk bags earlier. Probably got some sort of virus. Email doesn't work now.
Forward it, Timon Wimps.
Yep.
Oh, I see it now. Great.
Well, I'll be time. All right, give me a little count in because I think it comes in right away.
Okay.
Okay.
If you can tell. This is for you, Steve Triplet.
Oh, it's Sing King.
Here it comes. Oh, right now. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
This
Yeah, let me give
is
you a-
raw, baby. This is raw.
Right. Go. Okay. Gotta get to the Sing King. Okay.
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Well, okay.
I
here.
think it starts right there, actually.
Well, but the lyrics are going. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
Blue, boo. I think it's right there.
Yeah, what is it?
Should you say 3, 2, 1?
For the words to start. It doesn't start on boo. It starts on I'll have a.
Please just play it again.
All
That's
right.
a good point, Timon.
Sing King. I'll have a.
Timon, can I hear your Elvis?
I don't really know him.
I never met him.
I can go from what Brad did.
Wait, you don't really like?
I'm not really sure how he sounds.
Wow.
I'm not. I would say I'm a B- C+ Elvis fan myself. I don't know his catalog very well. I mean, I know like his.
Like I saw Lilo and
5
Stitch
biggest
once,
ones.
like
I would
many
just think
years
it's like
ago.
Michael Jackson, though. It's like, well, even if you don't seek him out, you just hear him.
You know him enough. That's another one.
Somehow,
maybe.
some way.
I don't feel like I know Michael Jackson. I know his like 5 biggest hits probably, but I don't know the
Yeah.
next.
I would expect that from Timon as well. To at least
I
know
can
like
come
the
back
5
next
biggest.
Monday with a prepared Elvis impression.
That would be great. You know, Rachel and I were listening to some Christmas music. Have you heard of 10th Avenue North's Christmas stuff?
I don't know. I know who they are. I don't know if I've specifically heard their Christmas.
I didn't know they made a Christmas album or when they even did it, but we got on that kind of like train on Spotify. So I haven't actually dug into this, but from what it sounds, the few songs I've heard, it sounds like they made a Christmas album where every song is trying to be like a different genre.
Okay.
It sounds like something dumb I would have tried to do, honestly. I
Okay.
was just like, let's do a compilation of everything. Because one song almost sounds like it's like Aladdin vibes. It's like almost like swing music.
Okay.
I think it's like Little Drummer Boy, but like swing style.
Interesting.
But then there's some other Christmas song where it's like a parody of Jailhouse Rock by Elvis, but it's just about Christmas. Has nothing to do with jail, or they don't sing it like Elvis.
Came to the main run
Yes, dude, that's it.
on a starry night. Yeah.
It's like that. It's like
Donkeys and the cows and the horses are bright. Go, Jesus, I'm coming. Everybody come on. Yeah. That's funny.
It's now. I mean, you basically sang it. I'm gonna try to find it now. Let's see what it was called. It was just so random. I was like to just like melodically cover a really old song, but nothing else about it has anything to do with jail or Elvis. The rest of it's just a Christmas song.
Interesting.
10th Avenue. You think they go 10? No, they spell it out.
No, they're 10th.
10th Avenue North. Decade the Halls. What was it called? Oh, you ever heard the song Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah.
I never heard of it. Rachel was she's like, oh, Good King Wenceslas. I was like, what is this?
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas. Yeah. See, I don't even know how to say it.
I've never heard the words though. I played it as a trumpet song.
I played it as a piano song.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's
Is
a
that
different
it?
melody than I'm thinking dun 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 dun. That's what I
Maybe that's what it is.
And it's like
What was I doing?
Something like that.
Bum, bum. Oh, now I just got yours in my head.
Oh, you went like you didn't go up. It was like da 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 da. I don't know whatever. I don't know.
Bum, bum. That is what it is, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Oh, I'll find it later. We'll put it at the end of this
Okay.
audio only.
Write that down, Timon.
Yep.
Yeah. Jailhouse Rock. But Christmas.
Great.
And by a Christian rock band. Kind of fun.
Frankincense, frankincense, more and the gold for him. Shepherds were worried when the angels came. Mary had a pregnant belly. I don't know.
I'm loving this. Someone write a jingle to Jailhouse Rock for Brad to do. I like this. This is great.
Oh man, yeah, that's funny.
Mary had a pregnant belly.
Mary had a baby in a pregnant belly. Joseph was confused because she was a virgin. Not even like. Oh,
That'd be
man.
a good song.
That's out of all the songs to like, I think, but it sounds like Decade Through the Halls. So maybe it's just like
Yeah.
one
That
thing.
kind of makes sense now.
Okay.
Swing music and then 50s Jailhouse Rock.
Come, they told me. It's just like so funny.
Yeah.
It's a baby, see?
Yeah.
Fun.
Decade the Halls. Now, I'm coming around to it. Now it's kind of a fun idea.
Now that you know that that's their intention.
That's what it's called. Yeah, it's weird when it's in just Spotify shuffle of like Michael Bublé and
Yeah.
then wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's kind of odd.
Yeah. And they do like, 80s or 90s ska music for one of them. Like,
I feel like the 80s music would almost be your version of Mary, did you know?
oh, Mary, did you know?
Yeah, it sounds like an 80s hair band or something.
Yeah, maybe Jeff Moore in the Distance did the 80s version of it or something. So good, man.
I got a chance to talk to our pastor a couple weeks ago. I told him, I said, hey, I got someone who wanted to tell you hello. Jeff Moore said hi. And he's like, whoa, Jeff Moore. He couldn't believe it. And then this past Sunday, I got to tell his son, because his son, cool story, we met at Pilgrim like 3 years ago before I was even going to Abundant Life. It was kind of a Luke Hogan situation, right?
Okay.
It's like, this was like when I was single. It's like, man, I'm always meeting dudes at coffee shops.
Yeah.
When do the women come around? I am so good at making connections with dudes. Anyway, ended up being pastor's son, and he's been to Fellowship Outfitters. He's done the whole trip we did in South Dakota.
Adventures.
Fellowship Adventures.
Sorry for interrupting.
That
That's
was
cool.
fun. Good.
The
good
pastor
bonding.
or the son?
I think they both have.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's awesome. So fun.
fun times.
Shout out, Jeff. Fun
All right.
times. Good boys.
Shout out Jeff and shout out Chef.
Oh, Molly.
Chef Molly. I
Yeah.
shouldn't say this. Who knows if she's gonna get the job or not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right,
that's fun.
guys. Hey, Merry Christmas. Well, I guess this Wednesday episode's on Christmas.
Oh wow. Nobody's gonna listen to that one. It doesn't even matter what we say.
Do we like postpone it to Thursday?
They can listen when they.
They listen when they win.
Yeah. This podcast, they got a good shelf life.
That's right. Because the glossary episode.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. We love you. We'll see you
Wednesday.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. When's it gonna be Christmas Day today? Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody